See guys, when we started the chapter, we said that every individual is different from one another, right? So now we're going to see individual differences, okay? Sure. Most welcome, Nidhi. Okay. Now, so I'm sure you have this question in mind that when everyone has the same brain structure, then how is it that everyone has different levels of intelligence? How is that possible, isn't it? I'm sure you have this question. So intelligence actually is an interplay of what? Intelligence is an interplay of hereditary and environment. Let me explain. What do you mean by this? See guys, hereditary is what has been passed on to you from your parents' side, okay? That's hereditary, okay? So yes, hereditary is definitely going to decide your intelligence, fine. But environment also plays a very important role, okay? So, okay, let's take an example. Let's take an example of Sachin, fine. Let's take an example of Sachin. He was just 10th pass, hai na? He did not even do his 12th. Now tell me one thing, if had he not been given the environment for cricket, do you think he would have been known as the master blaster Sachin or the god of cricket? No. He would just have been a 10th pass individual doing a very menial job, right? So, yes, he was born with the cricketing skills. He had the aptitude, but had he not been given the environment, that would not have been possible. So, any intelligent activity is what? Any intelligent activity is an interplay of two factors. The hereditary factors that you are born with, fine, and then the environment that you are given. If you're not given that environment, you are definitely not going to be able to achieve a lot of things. I don't know how many of you have seen this movie called Hitchki, okay, where Rani Mukherjee has this Tourette's syndrome, right? So if you've seen that movie, I just want to give you a few examples. So when you see the children there, okay, some is very good in math, some is very good in science, some are very good with, home, जो घर के काम में अच्छे हैं. There's some people, there's some girls who are very good with the household work, right? So they could have done wonders, isn't it? They could have done real wonders. But for a very long time, they were not given the environment and they were not given the opportunity to do so, right? Only when they come to Rani Mukherjee's school and class that they're given an environment and they actually start doing something, right? So that is exactly what we're going to talk about, fine? So what we have seen, and how have we come to the conclusion that intelligence is an interplay of environment and your hereditary, okay? So here you can almost see, guys, that what has been given, there are certain correlations which have been given. Now these correlations are really important because you get questions from here, fine? So what have they said? That intelligence of identical twins are twins who have the same face, all right? So identical twins read together, fine, they can correlate to almost 0.90, which means their intelligence is going to be similar to one another, fine. They correlate to the level of 0.90, okay? So what do we have here? Identical twins read together, which means they are brought up together, fine. Their intelligence correlate to how much? 0.90, fine. Then what else? What other examples that we have? Twins who were separated early in the childhood also show similarity in their intellectual personality and behavioral characteristics. Okay, we will also see the interplay of environment that is there. Fine. So the intelligence of identical twins reared in different environment. Okay, identical twins, fine, reared in different environment. Okay, so when they're brought up in different environments, their intelligence correlation comes down to 0.72, guys. Why? Because they are receiving different environments. Okay, yes, they might have a certain level of hereditary, but they're still receiving different environments. Okay, then we have fraternal twins. Fraternal twins are basically twins who are born together, but they don't have the similar face card. Okay, so fraternal twins reared together correlate to 0.60. Okay, so okay, they refer to how much? So they refer to 0.60. Again, they're being provided a very similar environment. Okay, fine. Brothers and sisters read together correlate to 0.50. Brothers and sisters. Doesn't matter they are twins or not. Okay? Okay. Brothers and sisters read together. They have how much? 0.50. While siblings read apart. Okay. They correlate to how much? 0.25. Okay. ओके और यहाँ पे कोरिलेशन से मतलब क्या है गाइस? कोरिलेशन से मतलब है that how identical is their intelligence, all right? How much are they correlating to each other? How identical is their intelligence? Okay, all right. Now, so if we are to talk about the role of environment over here, you will see that children, fine, when they're in the growing age, their intelligence tend to be more towards what their parents have. Okay? In the sense, they are more likely to show intelligence in those fields in which their parents have similar intelligence. Fine. But as and when they grow old, all right, you will see that environment has a better or environment has more control, isn't it? Because see, when you're growing up, your parents are the ones who are controlling everything, isn't it? So that is why your parents' genes and your parents' intelligence will still have an impact. But as and when you grow up, obviously your environment, your environmental status, your economic status, the kind of environment that you're growing in, that will have a more profound impact on your intelligence. Okay? Okay. So there's this general consensus, guys, that intelligence is an interplay of nature, which means environment, and nature, which means hereditary, that the intelligence that you are born with, fine, and hereditary and nurture means what? Nurture means the kind of environment that you have been given. Okay, so dekho, hereditary will set the limit to which your intelligence can develop. Okay, it will do what? It will set a limit to which your intelligence can develop. Fine. But if you are given a good environment, then you can definitely move beyond, above and beyond what has been decided by your hereditary. Okay? Is this clear with everyone?
अब एग्जाम की तैयारी को और बेहतर करने के लिए हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।